Marathon Q&A session. Gecko G, I understand blue eye glow doesn't mean anything, but do you know what is causing the blue eye glow? No, I don't. Well, immaturity it's like human babies. They almost always have blue eyes that then develop into something else, at least half the time. So I guess the pigment that produces the final color develops over the next few months in puppies. That's all I can tell you on that. Cuddlebug Frenchies. Be Strong works well, but no guarantee it will bring in heat. I give it around the expected heat cycle. Okay, good. Didn't know about Be Strong, but there you go. 33 millimeter photos. Best weight gainer supplement for 5-month-old puppies. Yes, high quality puppy food. That's it. So, yeah. Yamea Alvarez. Have you experienced hair loss in mamas after that? I answered that one actually in a previous Q&A. She seems to start to lose hair, bald spots all over her body. Does this sound normal to you? I think I should take her to the vet. Any product reputations, blah, 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 blah. She's acting and eating normal, being a normal dog. Probably just because, so here's the things I would do. Give her vitamins, give her a good quality vitamin, give her good quality food, and watch it over the next bit. If she starts to lose a lot of hair, specifically in localized areas, then you start to think about other things, like, for instance, like mites and scabies and things like that, which is probably not the case. But if you're in doubt as to what's going on and the situation is getting worse, where do you go? Who do you call? Your vet. That's where you go. You don't ask James, you ask your vet in those situations. What health panels do you do on females and males, including puppies, and what panels do you do? So the answer is we use animal genetics. They have a 4-panel test. We do that. If I've got 2 parents that are 4-panel clear, I don't bother testing the babies because I know they have to be 4-panel clear. French bred bullet, I had to read this first. I had a bad experience with ship semen that was 50% good. Received a second the next day and it was 30%. I ran home and did use my boy as well. I purchased a shipmate but never used it. I decided to pull from my boy, check the concentration on the scope. Then I packed it up, put it outside till the next day under the Florida sun. Opened it up, have it rechecked. The concentration was still as good as the first day that I pulled. Product's amazing, thank you. It works. You're right. Thank you. We knew this. We're just confirming what we already knew. Our product is great. I mean, we've developed this product over the last 10 years, and it really is the only one out there that is an active system that physically controls the temperature of the flask. All the other systems are just, if you run into hot weather or shipments that last over a day, you can very likely get into trouble with all of these passive systems. Our system will not cause that problem. Xavier Young, love these videos. How long does the first heat last? Well, it varies. So most dogs, by the time they're about 20 days from first signs of blood, they're done. But sometimes heats can go on longer than that, especially in split heats and prolonged heats. So there's no definitive chart that you can look up and say, this day here, that dog will stop bleeding. Somebody say, great looking hair, both of you. Okay, all right, thank you. Not sure what this question is. Lisa Noah Cow, if you had bald-faced puppies and a couple survived, will there be continuing sequela? I'm not sure what we're asking here. If you've got bald-faced puppies, it's because you took them too early and your vet steered you wrong and you didn't do a reverse progesterone, you got the timing wrong, and you will run into problems. The majority of the time, when you start having bald-faced puppies, you'll start losing puppies about 48 to 72 hours in. And not necessarily you will lose them all, but you could lose a large part of the litter. And so the way you avoid this is get your timing right next time. And what do you do if you run into this situation? You need an oxygen concentrator, you need an incubator, and you need to have tubes for tube feeding. And those 3 things you can buy at mybreedersupply.com. And with those things, you have a very good chance that you'll let these puppies recover. Without it, you have a very good chance they will die. Nick Kong, what happens if you breed a blue merle male with a blue female? 50% blue with carrier and 50% blue merle. Well, if you bred a blue to a blue, they're all going to be blues. That's the first part. So there's not 50% there. They're all going to be blues. Half of them are going to be merles because the merle dog only carries one copy of merle. So you're going to get blue merles and blues. Yeah, your question's a bit confusing here, so I may not answer that. You may have meant that the dog was a 50% blue carrier. If that was the case, then you expect half of them to be blues. Somebody's asking about the pink gene. I haven't done anything on this yet. I will do something on it, so just hang tight. I'll do a video here in the next month. Can you give milk and magnesia to make puppies poo, constipated puppies? Yes, I've never used it, but it is safe apparently. But just go to Google it and find out what the dosage is to make sure that I'm telling you the right thing. Thor Page, boxers and cockers in the UK. Love your videos, blah, 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 blah. I'm in the UK, tried and failed to get my champion boxer pregnant. Repo vet scanned, no cysts, etc. Told timing was our problem. Just mated her again. She now has an infection, vet says, from mating, so on antibiotics. My question is it worth me doing progesterone testing a week after she had mated? Well, okay, I'm not sure exactly what you're asking here. It's too long a thing for me to read out right here, but I think what you're asking is, look, progesterone levels do not change by whether a dog has got an infection or whether a dog's been bred or successful or not. So doing more progesterone tests, I don't think is going to be particularly valuable for you here. Though probably the reason that you didn't get the dog pregnant in the first place is either because the timing was wrong, the dog was young, the technique was poor, the semen was of poor quality. Those are the reasons why, or number 5, there's something internally wrong with the dog, which is not happen very often. So those are the 5 reasons the dog doesn't get bred. So, you know, you've got a problem right now. She's got a bit of an infection. You're giving antibiotics, good for you. Keep that going and see what happens and get ready for next round. George Trice. My girl was 12.05 yesterday, did an AI. Today she's skyrocketed to 33.67. I want to do one more AI, but it seems she should be as high as 40. Is it even worth it? Is it normal for a dog to jump that much in one day? Well, so typically you'd expect to go about 70%. So if a dog was at a 12, the next day you'd expect that dog to be something around in the low 20s. And instead of that, she was at a 33. I mean, to get from a 22, which is what I thought it would be, to a 33 is less than a day. So it's not really that abnormal. So what should you do if you want to do another AI and your dog's at a 33? You should either do a TCI or a surgical. There's not much point doing a vaginal at that point, on the high number. What does non stand for? Someone's asking about double recessive. What does non stand for? I don't know what we're tasking here. Sorry, don't know what your question is. You said you'd never seen capital EM, capital EM. No, I see that quite a bit. No, quite common. That's a full black mask. There's nothing uncommon about that. Someone's asking about puppies from an old video. No, there's puppies not available. Do you have any girls available? Yes, you can call Tammy, 580-799-1910. She's got one girl that she might sell. She's just debating whether she wants to keep it or not. So, but you can maybe talk her out of it. And let's see how much time goes. We've got time for one more. I need an opinion on whether to take my puppy to the vet or what you suggest. We'd be able to email you to show the bumps she has on her private parts. Well, look, First off, if you're unsure as to what's going on, then the next place to go is not James, it's the vet. So, you know, if you look at this was 7 days ago, was this question. So I've taken 7 days to answer this question. That's a long time. So that's not particularly useful for you. I'm sorry about that, but normally I'm a bit more responsive, but it is what it is. Look, if she's got bumps on her private parts, the answer is it's probably nothing that's particularly serious, and it will probably go away. It could be heat bumps, it could be flea bites, but it could be things like genital warts, which would be a lot more of a concern because those things can be infectious. So if you're unclear and the problem has not gone away after 7 days, definitely go to the vet. And there we go. 10 minutes of your time taken up. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.